Welcome, everyone, to Vegapunk Labs! Oh my god, a One Piece show where we talk about the newest chapters every Sunday, or kinda every Sunday, kinda. This week, we have a lot to talk about. We had a bunch of life situation stuff that came up, and we had to postpone it, but Carp doesn't know this, but I am jonesing to talk about this chapter, especially with what happens later on. And we were going to record last Friday, and Carp said, screw you, I quit. I want a contract negotiation. I mean, he said, I have some stuff I got to do.
I should.
Wait, you should what?
I sued you.
What, you sued me?
You were making me work too much.
Well, you gotta work. I'm not gonna work. You gotta work.
Never.
Damn.
I never asked for this.
Technically, you did. I have the high ground.
Oh no.
You have the low ground.
What I'm going to do?
Exactly.
I was supposed to save us.
Yeah, you were supposed to save us, not become the simp.
Oh no.
Well, anyways, this week we're talking about, we're going to break down and discuss 1133. This chapter was so great because it had a bunch of Nico Robin stuff. And let me tell you, these past, 3 chapters or so that have like a focus on Robin have been awesome. We first got her haircut back, and now we got a reunion in this chapter between her and Saul. But before we even get into the rest of that, we got to remind you guys something. If you haven't, please join our community. Help us grow to 100 subscribers. Carp, guess how many subscribers that we have currently on Vegapunk Labs? Give me a number.
5?
Carp, we don't have 5. Carp, we have like way more than 5. We went over this last episode.
We had last episode. We had like 80 something.
Well, we now have 97 subscribers, Carp. 97.
Really?
We are close to 100 subscribers. So, this is my proposal. You guys hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Get us to 100 subscribers, and we'll rob you.
Exactly.
Of all of your belongings.
Maybe, what do you think? I just thought about this. If when we reach the 100 subscribers, we release that surprise video we have, like, in our pockets since the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, Carp, we're not supposed to tell them about that. That's a part of the legal settlement.
Oh no.
Oh wait, you're talking about the other one. Are you talking about the tier list, Carp?
I'm talking about the tier list, yes.
Well, there you go.
I didn't want to mention it because I wanted it to be a surprise. Now it isn't.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a surprise for like the 3 new subs because they're going to be new here. They're not going to know. Well, besides,
they're gonna know because they're gonna hear us talking about it right now.
Well, it's just a joke. They don't know. 'Tis a joke. Just joke.
Okay, forget it. Forget I said anything. It was a joke. We won't do anything to to celebrate our 100 subscribers.
We're just pranking everyone. But anyways, if you guys haven't already, I'm on Bluesky. You can go over at C Tactics and follow me there. We also have a Bluesky over on for Vegapunk Labs over on Bluesky. So definitely go check us out. Follow us there. I don't think we post anything to the Vegapunk Labs one because we already do enough in our day. What more do you want from us? So just follow me there at C Tactics. Basically the same thing as following the Vegapunk Labs Bluesky. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So let's go ahead and get into chapter 1133. Carp, Wait, Carp, we forgot one thing.
What?
What are the
two words?
Yeah, if you're not down with any of the things we just said, with any of that, we got 2 words for you. Carp, what are those 2 words?
Nice things.
All right.
You know why?
Why?
That's the name of the chapter.
Wow. Wait, is it? Is it? It is. Yeah. Wow. Well, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Nice things. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into chapter 1133, titled "Nice Things." Yeah, I just figured that out. That was a new thing for me today. The more you know. Carp, what'd you think about this chapter?
I think it's fantastic, but it's making me scared, especially because the title is Nice Things, and we know all that. We know what happens when there's nice things. After that, there's awful stuff, always.
Yep. There's always something completely horrible and awful that happens. So, I mean, do you think, like, what awful things do you think Oda could do in the next chapter?
Well, even in this chapter, there's like, is Robin going to jump from a cliff as an 8-year-old?
I mean,
that's already dark. And I think he will. If we take the Kuma backstory as a base, this could be bad.
How bad? How bad are we thinking? Catastrophic?
We're thinking, like, in comparison, Kuma had a wonderful life.
Oh geez. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I will say, for me, I really loved this chapter. I thought it was really funny that they made Saul seem like he was gonna die at their reunion.
Yeah, and how many chapters ago did they say that he collapsed? So how long has he been, like, in the beach there?
Decades. Hundreds of years. When he falls, he really can't get up. and the fact that he was like, oh, I fell into the water, and then I came to, and suddenly you're, like, here. I'm like, what the hell? What is this? But yeah, the beginning of the chapter, Spandine, is that his name? Spandine.
Yeah, Spandine.
He's the guy that. And I didn't remember this. You had to tell me this, Carp. This is the guy that ordered the Buster Call, and he's spreading rumors about how horrible Nico Robin is to the press, which is funny because even as a child, you wouldn't look at Nico Robin in the way that she acts and go, wow, what a horrible murdering monster. You would probably go, wow, what a smart young girl.
Well, you can hear that old lady that's in the first page. She says that she has the eyes of a killer, so she must be bad.
No, well,
an
yeah,
8-year-old with the eyes of a killer.
Right, and the 80-year-old with the eyes of an 80-year-old has the eyes of an 80-year-old. So we have to trust her. Yeah, it's really like they showed this side of the people in One Piece from time to time, and it seems like a lot of them are just it's really, you get 1 or 2 things. You get one side that's kind of like the portrayal of society as, like, really peaceful and just very wholesome, that just want their freedoms or whatever it may be, just to, relax, I guess. And then you have the other side that seemingly, like, kind of gives into the indoctrination, gives into the ideals of the world government and whatever, and the Marines and whatever, and they're kind of bloodthirsty. So you usually have these 2 sides, and that dichotomy. I think that's really interesting.
Well, remember in Dressrosa, people at the beginning of Dressrosa, people were awful because they didn't know what was happening. As the story was unfolding, and Doflamingo was being, like, shown as an evil man, people started to become nicer throughout the arc. And I guess you could see that in the real world too. Like, people are awful until they notice that there's something wrong.
Yeah, they're awful until they go, oh crap, there is irrefutable evidence that makes me a shithead. Pretty much. Like, that makes me look bad
Exactly.
now. And until that happens,
Yeah.
people typically, as I think we've discussed this before in the call making, in the making of the notes for this podcast, we were talking a little bit about that. How you specifically mentioned that people are just very selfish and they think only for themselves.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I also told you that. It's just
It's
the
just a
way
thing.
people
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, and screw them.
Um,
Screw them. They suck. I would never do that.
Well, yeah, and I found very impactful. I've talked to you many times about this part of the chapter about Robin about to jump, and that the memory of her mother is what stops her, and the memory of Saul, of Jaguar D. Saul.
Yeah,
And-
her family.
Yes, her family and her friend. And it reminded me a lot of a scene in Frieren, the manga and anime.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say anything because I don't want to spoil anyone who hasn't watched that, if someone like that exists, because everyone should watch Frieren. Do you agree?
I think Fern is a pre-order MILF.
Oh no. And what about Olvia, Robin's mom?
I think that's a 100% wife material.
Yeah, the woman that abandons her child and just goes to adventure.
Yep. 100% wife material. So I can get me cart, but I'm actually a horrible person on the inside, and I've been fooling everyone. Now where's my money?
But yeah, after that small flashback, your money is in the flashback. It will never come back.
No! That's just like all of my other money.
Yeah, your money is in the past.
Damn.
But in the present day, the Straw Hats reunite. That I didn't see this coming. I thought that we would stay at least half of the arc with the Straw Hats
Yeah.
separated.
I didn't even think about that, but that is true. They reunite just at the middle portion of this chapter. They just like, oh, we're back. I what do you think about that? Do you think, does that mean we're gonna is Elbaf gonna be as long as we thought, or is going to be shorter because they're already reunited?
It would be very funny if Elbaf is a very short arc, because everyone thought that Egghead was going to be a short arc to prepare us for Elbaf.
That's yeah. It would be, I could see that working too. Just Elbaf being kind of like a pit stop on the way to the next thing or whatever, because yeah, we've been waiting, a long time to get to Elbaf, and for others, decades. But yeah, I mean, if we're already reunited, maybe Oda doesn't see it that way. Maybe there's another land off in the distance somewhere.
Yeah. I was thinking that Elbaf, do you remember it has 3 layers? The tree?
Yeah.
We've only seen 2. So we at least need time to see the third one. We won't be in this island and not see the entire thing.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't think this is like ending next chapter, mind you. I still think we're gonna. We have a little bit of ways, but yeah, it's just put into my head that maybe Oda won't stay here as long as we possibly thought.
How many chapters do you think? 50?
See, if it's a short one, I would probably say 40 to 55.
So around the length of Thriller Bark. That's the length that we're talking about here.
Okay, yeah. If it's a short one, yeah. If it's a long one, 6,000 chapters. No.
I don't think this will be as long as Wano, because I've seen people saying that this will be longer than Wano. I don't think it will be longer than Wano.
Yeah, I don't know what they've set up, because like with Wano, I felt like, I don't know, this could just be me after the fact catching up to it when it was all finished and knowing how long it was, but I never got the impression that it was going to be a short arc, if that makes sense. Like there was a lot of really slow setup in the beginning that made me go, oh, okay, we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah. Since meeting Law in Punk Hazard, probably. So, or even before that, when we met Caribou in the Return to Sabaody.
Yeah.
There were pieces moving to put them in place for Wano, like 600 chapters before it started.
Yeah. And there's been hundreds of chapters of setup for Elbaf too, mind you. But not as direct as
obvious.
Wano. Yeah. Like I remember they even talked about it in the furry arc where they're on the elephant with Carrot. I remember they mentioned it there.
So.
Yeah, Zoe. So that's a long time ago. So yeah, like
and in Whole Cake Island too. That was after but in Whole Cake Island they talk about Prince Loki and how he was going to marry Big Mom. No, how he was going to marry. Who was it? One of Big Mom's daughters, the one that escaped and was later in Thriller Bark. Lola.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say Pudding. But...
No. Lola.
We got to bring Pudding back.
You really hated her when she first appeared. I find it very funny.
Yeah, but, she's like a psychopath, so it's really funny.
Psychopaths are funny.
They are. They're pretty funny. Pretty hilarious people.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how much you love Jinx in Arcane.
No. Not at all. No, I like normal Jinx. I like good timeline Jinx.
Okay. But you just said that psychopaths were great.
Yeah, but Jinx isn't. Jinx is edgy. I don't like edgy.
But yeah, we continuing with the chapter. We meet Hyrdin and the new giant pirates that are waiting for Luffy there.
We do. We also
and Luffy remembers his name,
which is crazy too. The fact that how long ago were they introduced?
Dressrosa was in the 600s, I think, or 700s.
So, nearly half of One Piece later, and he still remembers it. Luffy always surprises me in the weirdest ways, but yeah, they met the new giant pirates. I also like as well how Lilith points out that they're docking on the clouds just like in Skypiea. They have all this rainbow tech. They have what do they call it? The Sabao bubbles, this from Sabaody or whatever. They have all these cool interesting little gimmicks from some of the most infamous or famous arcs of One Piece. It's really cool. It's really cool to see all of that being used in one place. I wonder if Elbaf was the origin of all of that tech, and then was later exported to these other places, or did they come from all these other places to be imported into one place?
I'm not sure. After everything that Vegapunk told us in Egghead, everything could be man-made.
Yeah.
or everything could be natural. We could be in a dystopian future for all we know.
I mean, with most of the world underwater, probably.
Well, we are in a dystopian future. I mean, like a dystopian future of our world.
Oh, we're already we've been there for a while.
Oh no.
This is where we live.
Yeah,
this is
but
where we congregate.
What do you think about all 4 of the new giant pirates?
Well, one of them, well, I know you pointed this out to me. Behind them, Hardin is crucified. Like, Jesus.
Not Hyrudin. What was his name? The guy who was introduced as the fake sun god in the beginning of the arc.
Yes, his name.
That
No, it's not.
Hyrudin is the captain.
Yeah, Hyrudin.
Hyrudin is the captain.
What the fuck? Why did I get those confused? I just reading from the notes. So. What the fuck is his name?
But yeah, the creepy guy
Yeah, the creepy guy. What?
who dressed up everyone, including Nami.
Why'd you have to say including Nami like that?
Because I know that would make you react.
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen. Which one of the new giant pirates is your favorite, Carp? Go on, say it.
I don't remember his name. I remember Gerd's name because her name is weird. Gerd.
There's a
But the
Rolo. Roto.
Yeah, Rolo. Or Rodo or Rolo. The cook that's always smiling.
Yeah, the big guy with the spiked mace.
Yes.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it is the guy with the horns for the helmet with the big beard.
That's not the navigator. He's the shipwright. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, he looks cool. And I'm definitely going to avoid the elephant in the room. Though I do gotta say, I love how Bonnie is just and Nico Robin. They're just kind of like this pair, and like
Yeah, Bonnie being a child is a lot better.
yeah, I don't know,
I don't know.
why either. Like Bonnie, as an adult, like she's got a cool design and all, but there's something about Bonnie that just works, I think, better as a child.
It's because she acts like a child.
That's probably it. Yeah, that's probably it. And with One Piece, you know, there's all these like crazy women everywhere. So it's good to have, you know, mix it up every now and again. Not every woman needs to be big-breasted hot lady.
Yeah, not every woman needs to be Nami.
Exactly. Some variety. Hear that, Oda? I know you're crying right now. But listen,
He
we'll get
won't
through this
hear us.
together. What do you mean? Oda's definitely a viewer of this podcast.
Even if he heard us saying this, he would just look the other way.
No, he'd ask to join. He'd be like, "Hey, can I be the third member?" And we'd be like, "Sure, Oda. Whatever you say."
Even though he doesn't know how to talk in English.
Oh, we'll teach him.
Yeah, I think you will be a great teacher.
Yeah. I'll be like, "So, Oda, this is how you say butt. This is how you say boob.
Oh no.
These are his favorite
Oh, no.
words. This is all he needs to know." Oh, that and freedom. We need to teach him how to say freedom. That's important. Anyways. I also love the little detail of Nami complimenting
Robin?
Robin's new haircut. Because it's just so funny to me because she just goes, "I knew you changed your hair, Robin." And I'm just like, do you not remember that this is like the haircut you met her Like the one that she had when you met her?
I think she does. That's why she's saying that. Like she knew she would change her hair back.
Listen, she needed to say something specifically here. Hey, Miss All Sunday. That's all I need. I just need someone to say it. That's all I want.
Where is your cowboy hat?
Yes! Like a rhinestone cowboy. We need it, okay? Someone put this idea into Oda's head. I can't live any longer without the cowboy hat. I can't do it. But yeah, so basically all the New Giant Pirates, they learn about Big Mom on Wano, and Gerd actually drops that she was friends with Linlin at one point. I thought it was interesting that she said Linlin. So was this one of Big Mom's friends that
one
she
of the
couldn't meet?
children?
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
Was it the one that got away?
I remember. No one got away of that massacre, but but Linlin did play with the giant kids in the town. I remember we saw Hydrodin at some point in Big Mom's flashback.
We did?
Yes.
Bro.
Yes, we did.
How do people remember all of this with like all these little details of One Piece? How do you do it, Carp?
Yes, watching and rewatching, reading and rereading.
That's probably why I know a lot about Alabasta. I've read that arc so many times.
And also, I know very little about anything else.
Oh, that's so. Yeah, just drop everything, and One Piece becomes your life. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Basically.
Yeah, you just led with that. I would have been like, yeah, checks out, sure. All right, I'll do the same. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. They were friends with one another. I wonder what Gerd would think of Big Mom now.
Well, I think she says like, no, it's Hydrodin who said that they were happy that they killed supposedly. Do you think she's dead, Big Mom?
Oh no, there's no way. I've said this since the episode or the chapter ended with her supposed death. I was like, no way, nuh-uh, no. This is One Piece. It's not. If Big Mom is dead, I will eat a hat. I will eat a leather boot. I will.
Okay.
This is what I'll do. If Big Mom is actually dead, I will change my profile picture on Discord.
Okay.
I haven't changed it since like 2017, so nearly 10 years. I have not changed this profile picture. I will change it to Sanji.
Oh no, those are
for 1 month.
That is a big premise.
For 1 month, baby. I will live with a Sanji PFP. That's how much I believe she's alive.
Now here's the big question, because now that Saul is alive, do you think that Olvia and Dr. Clover are alive?
I think there's bigger chance that Clover is. I don't think Olvia is alive. Because, like, what are they going to do? Olvia's going to come back and it's going to be... Oh, well, I was about to say, are they going to really have two characters with the exact same face? But then it went, well, shit. They already knew that. So, I mean, look at Gerd. Jesus. She's not even the first one.
Instead of Nami clones, it will be the beginning of the Robin clones.
Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Yeah, so never mind. There's a higher chance that Olvia is probably going to be alive than I previously stated, but I still don't think she's coming back. I think Clover, though, I think there is... I could see that. because he's a.
Yeah. He was the only one who got shot in the flashback. Olvia didn't.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, his chance somehow significantly goes up to be surviving that. Olvia, no, just because I think the death was so good and so...
Well, remember Pell?
Who?
Exactly.
Listen.
Or Pegaya.
Pell, we don't talk about Pell. Not at all, but Olvia... I think the death was so well done and it was so integral to Robin's entire character that, I mean, what do you really get with her being alive? Like, you get, oh my God, all the trauma and horrible things that I went through. Sure. Now you're alive, Mom. Thanks. I guess. Like, what does Olvia have in the story, I guess, that would need her to be alive? It would have to be something convincing. Like, oh, I have the ancient weapon of mass destruction called TikTok.
Oh no. Oh no.
Someone's gonna put us on,
I guess the only
TikTok now, Carp, because we said that. We're gonna get dogpiled.
God no. Please don't do it. Guys, don't do it.
I love Billie Eilish, guys. Don't do it, please. I love her.
We like Taylor Swift.
Yes, Taylor Swift is the greatest. We love the song that she did.
Yes, that song, the one you're thinking about.
Yes, the one about the breakup. I loved it. And the guitar, dude, she's a guitar chef. She can cook up that guitar. Especially when it's acoustic. Yeah,
I think Olvia can bring... The only thing that I can think of is that she knows stuff about the poneglyphs. But now that Saul is here, he could be the one who tells us stuff.
Yeah, that's I didn't even think about that, but that is a very good point. And like also Saul is learned too. Like he's a teacher, he knows about history. He's literate. He can actually read things. So,
well, they have all the books they saved from O'Hara there.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do. Yeah. So they have, like literally everything they need. They don't need Olvia. And also, how would they dance around Olvia clearly being shot in the face?
She wasn't shot in the face.
What was she not? Didn't they pull the... Okay, what happened, Carp? God damn it, I forgot.
No, she said goodbye and left, and we never saw her again. Like she went into the Sea of Flames to save the books.
Okay, so she's probably dead. Like she went into a sea of flames, Carp. Don't bring up hell. Don't bring up hell. Have we seen a character die in a sea of flames in One Piece? I don't think so.
Well, remember that
Stop proving my point.
That one character is Skypiea, who was attacked by Enel with a giant beam of lightning, and nothing happened to him. Well, one of the many. That happened so many times to Skypiea.
Listen, Carp. Stop proving my points wrong, okay? You're supposed to prove them. This Carp. Every interaction I have in real life has to be exactly like it is on Twitter, okay? I'm in control here.
And did you notice something about Saul? About his new design?
He's got like I think he has like a beard and stuff now, right? Like he's all like wild man now.
Something more obvious.
Something more has he got a scar somewhere? Oh yeah, his face is all burnt up.
Well, that too. But go to the page where he is talking with Robin in his hands. The one we have the title. With his name.
Okay. Well, he's got scars and burns.
He has a peg leg.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't see that car.
Well, and remember that Oda said at some point, I don't remember when, that he reserved like those piratey design choices to very specific characters that he knew would be very important to the plot.
Oh, right. So we don't have a peg leg character.
Well, we had Seth. That's the only one we've seen so far.
So this is the second peg leg.
In a pirate story
Oh
that
my
has
God.
over 1,000 chapters.
What if Olvia comes back with both peg
Without
legs
an eye?
and no, here we go. Both of her legs are peg legs and her arms, peg arms.
Like that character in Family Guy?
And her name is renamed to Peglia.
Oh no.
I think it'd be great. There's definitely nothing suggestive you could do with that. Not
I
at all.
find interesting that when that conversation that they have, that he says that Vegapunk wasn't evil or good. He was just a scientist.
Yeah, and he didn't try to preach right and wrong, and he tried to keep the legacy of Ohara intact, rather than
He just built weapons of mass destruction for an oppressive government.
yeah, like you do, like you normally do. Yeah, it very much, in my opinion, it's kind of like a commentary on science in general. That has continued, obviously, since Egghead. It's interesting. Even in his death, I guess not. He's not technically dead. The main original Vegapunk, in his original death, even after this, he still has such a huge impact and legacy that he has left behind. I wonder what else we just don't know yet that Vegapunk was responsible for.
Yeah. He's a very important character. I love Vegapunk as a character. He's so complex.
Yeah,
because
he does
his ethics and morals are weird.
Yeah. They're very specific. They're very not like arbitrary, but they're very
self-centered, I'd say.
right. Yeah. That's probably a way to put it, I guess. Like it's not you can't really, it's hard to pin him down in a way because he does things that contradict seemingly.
Yeah, he makes weapons. He makes weapons for the government, but that's because he needs funding to do other stuff, and he only cares about the funding, not what the weapons do.
Yeah.
But then he has to kill a very good friend, and he cries. He's a very complex character.
It just feels like he has to do what he has to do, and his personal opinions be damned because he has a job. That's sort of what it's like. It's not. That's not at all like the best way to describe him, but that is a facet of him, I think. I don't know.
Also, I thought that Saul had survived because Aokiji had made him, like, he had saved him afterwards. That was the canon in my head. But apparently it was an accident. And he just fell into the sea.
That's so
and
funny.
That was what saved him.
You have this theory you've been thinking about, like, oh, it could be this, and this, and this. But no, it was just, he just fell.
Yeah, because Aokiji is similar to Vegapunk. We don't understand him so much yet.
Right, yeah.
But what do you think about the last page? Because I think that's the highlight of this entire chapter.
I mean, yeah, they end up. I like how Saul is like tries to scare Robin, and Robin is just like, oh ho ho, Derashishi, ho ho ho, old Saul. But yeah, at the very end, they hug each other. They end up crying in happy tears because they finally were able to reunite. And you think that this reunion is probably just a lot of just pent up feelings finally coming out, because they haven't even seen each other in decades, and they're totally different people, and they've been through so much, yet they still this bond still remains the same, and it's still there, the same as it always has been.
And for someone who has read and watched One Piece for so long, that last moment with Saul screams, "Bless you for being alive, Robin. Bless you for surviving." And she starts crying.
Yeah.
It hits like right through the heart.
Yeah, it's a very tender moment.
And the Straw Hats, all of them agree.
Yeah, they're all crying. Especially Brooke, who somehow, once again, continues to behave in
Defy the rules of
weird
nature.
ways. Yes. But yeah, I mean, it is. It's a very heartfelt moment, and God, it's been building up for a long time now. Like, this is something I actually never thought we'd ever see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this just kind of comes out of nowhere for me. Like, oh, wait, Saul? Okay, awesome.
Yeah. A fake out death in a flashback? Who is safe anymore?
There is nothing is sacred. Nothing. But yeah.
But yeah, I've seen people saying that this is the best chapter of the year. I have
It's a pretty good chapter.
I have to see other chapters, but I don't think this is my favorite chapter of the year, even though it's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know if I could pick my favorite chapter of the year. I don't know if I could keep that information long enough inside of my head to remember a chapter that, finished last week, let alone of the year. But it's a good chapter. I don't know. It's missing something for me to say it's the best. And I don't know what that is.
A cool fight scene?
No. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's very good. Like, it's, it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 or whatever. But I guess personally,
I agree. Well, a lot of people have been waiting for this for decades, so
yeah,
I can see why some would say that this is their favorite chapter of the year.
Yeah, it's probably just because I don't have that attachment. That's probably what it is. I only started really reading One Piece like a couple of years ago, so
yeah,
that's probably what it is. That's probably that thing, is that attachment. But it is cool. It's a very good chapter, though. The next chapter, Carp, December 23rd.
Yes.
I'm gonna cry.
So we will be like recording on Christmas Day.
Yeah, pretty much. So it'll be a lot of fun. Christmas Day podcast. But in the meantime, in the interim, next Sunday, we're going to finally release our video on Fan Letter. It's coming out the same time as usual at 9 a.m. So be there or be square. We also want to hear your opinions. That's why we started this podcast. So let us know what your thoughts are about this chapter in the comments below. What did you think about it? Did this chapter hit you in the feels like it did a lot of the One Piece community, or are you just a cold-hearted person and you have no feelings? Which one is it?
And subscribe so we reach 100 subscribers and we don't release our not existent secret video
Yeah.
tier
It's
list.
definitely non-existent. It never happened, and it will never happen. So definitely don't subscribe to get us to 100 subscribers. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. But we've hit the end of the show, guys. Carp, where can they find you?
You can find me here and nowhere else.
Damn. Tragic. And you can find me here, but you can find me everywhere. I've got 5 channels. So I got C Tactics, youtube.com/C
You're like that-
Tactics, got youtube.com/Spinto YT.
Yeah. That song from the Beatles, Here, There, and Everywhere.
That's it. That is me. I'm like the Ringo Starr of the Beatles. I'm just everywhere. I'm on everything. Well, that's also Paul McCartney. I could be both. I'll be Ringo. Thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys next Sunday with Fan Letter Podcast. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.